What is up the Steem blockchain? Today it is October 25th, 2018. So I wanna do a video here because I was inspired by What's Up on the Steem blockchain that wrote a great comment on an article from Schattenjäger. And the Steem article was called Why Buy Steem and Why Buy Steem. I highly suggest you go read it. It's a long, great article. So I want to talk a little bit in this video by being inspired by What's Up. This comment, I want to tell my view on some things that was said. And it's mainly going to be ideas about value on the Steem blockchain network, how that works, right? From my experience being here a few months, or actually around 10 months. So this is the longer comment also, and I'm just gonna so there's some things here that I want to make my reply to. So now I'm gonna quote from What's Up. Content does not hold value. The eyes that view the content is where the value is at. Not enough users care about that element at all. So the first thing, and you should also know that this is just one piece of the comment. The first thing I want to say is I do agree that the content is actually not the main thing. What this whole system is, the Steem blockchain, it's a system where the tokens as well as the content, it can be a bit deceiving. It can be very deceiving that it seems as if it is the content or the tokens that is the main value, but the actually what this machine is, this blockchain machine is, it is actually a way of communicating with other humans to get the real value, which I've talked about many times in the past, the trust and the relationships. And it's words that has been used so much, so they've kind of gotten distorted, because you also have this feature with blockchains where people are using the buzzword trustless networks. You don't have to trust anyone, but it is both. You both need the network that helps to make transactions without a third party. So you both need, we can call it a trustless system, okay? But actually we trust the code, so I wouldn't even call it trustless. So yeah, you need that side, but the main value obviously is the trust that you get and the relationships you get between people. So it's very sharp to bring up content here, but I wouldn't say that it is exactly that content does not hold value. Content does hold massive value, but it may take some time before it gets picked up, where someone sees that content and sees that it should be perhaps supported more. So content holds value, but it's not everything, just as this comment says. The other thing here, if I quote again, the eyes that view the content is where the value is at. I actually would say that it's a little bit, that was the first stage that we humans started to see that, oh my god, eyeballs, they are attention. And we started to see that when we started to pay attention more to the internet, that eyes are attention, humans are attention, but it's almost as if we are moving into what we was at this stage where eyes have attention, to now we're moving into a phase where there's some individuals that there's some individuals that has massive leverage, which is way more than perhaps some others. So it is specific sources that that holds the value. So it used to be that the eyes were a value, who is viewing your content, but now when it's becoming these sources that has value, that has leverage, that has stake, it is actually evolved into a more complex system where it doesn't really need massive eyes. It doesn't really need massive eyes to observe a piece of content. One source, one patron, one massive source of value can basically highlight some piece of content and put it out to the masses. So what it actually is, it's the end of the mainstream masses that used to hold massive influence, because there were many people that had eyes and they were observing something, and they could influence society that way. But because technology has evolved so much, to such a deep complexity, it has made it so, it has empowered the human so much that one person can do most things. There's not this need of massive eyes to influence something, which is it's a massive efficiency in optimization of a network. As if, why do you need thousands of people to get something flowing, to get something moving? That's so much energy. So we did these systems, blockchains, cryptocurrencies, all these systems that makes everything more efficient. So one person can do things that used to take super many people. So it is a bit, it's very nuanced, and it can be very, very confusing for people when they don't see the underlying system of blockchains, where it actually, these systems are not going to work as other social networks, because they're relying, these new networks are relying more on trust and relationships and sacrifice and love, and most of that is going on behind the scenes, which it takes a lot of time, takes a longer time for a person to come in and understand the systems, these blockchain systems, because it's like a complex bank system, plus the networks that people do. It takes around a year or two right now to fully understand what this truly is and what kind of effect it's going to have on society. So it is true that, as this comment say after here, not enough users care about that element at all. How the system works, because it's driven by capitalism, is that there are going to be some people that wants it more, and the network is just out there. So there's some people that is gonna climb, that want it more, and if one person wants it 1% more than another one, they're probably gonna get the tokens, right? Because they show dedication to the network in whatever way. Even either they invest capital, human labor, connections, hard work. They know how to network with other people. They know how to grow something. They know how to leverage their energies, their body, their emotions, their thoughts, and all of this. So yeah, but it is, as I said, I mean, in this video, I'm not even sure if if it's easy to understand. I don't think it's so easy to understand, because it's a totally new way of looking at networks on the internet. I think I'm gonna quote some other things here. Let's see. Okay, let's quote this. I also want to comment on your thoughts about the community. There are some great people here, but we have a culture that leans towards everyone is on their own. This does not foster and create cooperation, and as a result, we have not retained new users. And I believe there's more to it than the money when it comes to retention. Okay, so let's start off with that. Yes, there are some great people here. I agree. It is actually truly amazing, the cool people that you find on the Steem blockchain. I wouldn't say that we have a culture that leans towards everyone is on their own. I see a lot of sharing and love. I give out my stake to other people. If they come to me, they comment, I give out my stake. So I don't see a culture of everyone is on their own. I mean, in life is competition. Everyone is. I have this understanding that, well, people are busy. I mean, I'm busy sometimes, and people are up to their own thing. But if you give people some space, then yeah, they're loving their kind. But it does take some time. I mean, a person may, of course, will focus on their own the most when they're not abundant. But as they get more tokens, as they get more wealth, we're going to see a lot of more sharing around. And about retaining new users, the thing is that this network is so new, just 2 years old. It takes such a long time to get one person to get into the network. It takes around a year or two right now, and just because the network is so young, we haven't really seen the results in a long-term map. So I wouldn't really say that we even have analytics that can say a lot of things. I mean, I don't think you can see things in just a graph on a few months that people mainly are looking at. It really doesn't say that much, because in nature, progress is slow. Things are evolving at a slower pace. People seek pleasure, quote, people seek pleasure and avoid pain. Psychology tells us this. So posting an article without getting any feedback is painful, while getting feedback creates a feeling of pleasure. Sounds dramatic, but emotions are really important in building and marketing a site. People will stay when they feel more pleasure than pain by participating on the site. I mean, there is this thing where like pleasure and pain is, humans are the chemical gadget on the planet, so we create feelings and thoughts. We create all this inside of our own body. So like a person can create any sort of feeling that they want. If they want to produce a painful feeling in their body, they can do that. If they want to produce a pleasurable feeling, they can do that. So I wouldn't really say that has anything to do with the network. And I don't really think that, I mean, there's some hard rules or there's some hard nature things perhaps for a person to realize that life is competition and stuff like that. So even if a person would get painful feelings from the network, it's probably going to make them grow or something like that, right? Because when I look at my own life, every time I got painful feelings that I actually created myself in my body, it actually made my life better in the long run. So yeah, it is a balance. So yeah, a quick little video here giving some thoughts about value. And I mean, I look at the value, I always look at the value as the trust and relationships that I build up with people in moments of real talk and deep talk. That is when you can sort of influence people, and trust and relationships is the hard thing to get in life. Tokens are easy. Creating these networks, building relationships up, that is the difficult part. It takes a lot more dedication, it takes a lot more sacrifice. A person can just buy some tokens, right? But it's always the relationship aspect that is the challenging thing. And just because that is going to be such a critical thing that people become really, really good at building up trust and relationships with other people if they want to grow on these new networks. So yeah, a quick little video giving out some thoughts. Thanks What's Up for writing this comment. And if you want to read the full or the blog post the comment was written on, I will leave a link in the description to this article. Yeah, have a great day everyone on the Steem blockchain. Bye bye.